On this week's episode of Marketing O'Clock,
Bing generative search experience rolls out across your entire screen.
We're feeling all refined and dandy about the new look of Google Shopping.
And no matter how much we plead, we're never going to get our Instagram following feed.
All on today's show.
Welcome, you are listening to Marketing O'Clock. Just stay tuned. Digital marketing news, but let's get specific. Digital ads, SEO and analytics, social media and more. Pretty much everything that'll make your website perform. With new shows every Friday. We give you the news with sass and puns and definitely hot takes. Thank you for tuning in. You know what time it is. It's officially Marketing O'Clock. Settle in, sit back, keep it locked.
Hey there, I'm Christine Zernheld.
AKA Shop.
I'm Julia Matier.
And I'm Greg Finn.
And it's officially Marketing O'Clock.
Here on October 4th, 2024. And before we get into the news here, we want to thank Wix for sponsoring today's show. Wix Studio is the intuitive way for agencies and enterprises to design exceptional sites. And I want to talk specifically about that design part today and Wix Studio's amazing design capabilities. You really need to see this to believe it. So we are going to have a video on the screen of their amazing landing page about the design capabilities. And I want you guys to open it so you can give me your live reaction, because it is really
it's open.
Stunning. So first of all, you can work with the grid directly on the canvas to add emphasis and style where you want it. And then if you keep scrolling, they have code-free animations to spark delight with users as they interact with the site. Aren't these so beautiful?
Yeah, this is actually so fun.
As you scroll and it goes like left to right as you scroll down. I just knew Julia would love it.
My favorite thing is a color picker. That when you scroll past the color picker, if you keep going, it changes color as you pick.
Wow. I mean, my favorite is the code free, because that's the kind of life I live. Like, anyone could do this. It's truly incredible. Responsive design with no math. Obviously, we're not math guys, so this is the only way we're going to make responsive designs. You can also customize the CSS for total creative control if you want to do that, and create gradient backgrounds right in the editor. Look how beautiful the different gradient background options are.
Also, I mean, yeah, you can customize the CSS because you can even customize your cursor. They have the example where you could hover over the sunny part and your cursor turns into a sun.
It's so cute.
How fun.
Or if you go over the rain, it's the little rain emoji. I also love this accessible SEO-friendly text masks. So this looks like just this beautiful, bold, like heading on a page, but it's actually real text.
Right.
But there's like motion in the background.
Consumed. You don't have to just put videos on. You don't have to make flash videos. It's not 2000 or not even. It's not 1998 anymore, Shop.
They also make it really easy to build web designs right from Figma's design. So there is no reason not to give it a try. Check out Wix Studio for yourself to begin creating. You can check it out at wix.com/studio. The landing page we're looking at today is wix.com/studio/design. Thank you, Wix.
Even if you're not in the mood for Wix Studio at the moment, this is how you make a landing page.
Oh, yeah.
This shows off their product and shows how amazing it is. Just phenomenal job.
Look at page 101.
Just to have fun. Wix.com/studio/design. And in the main news this week, Bing's generative search experience is rolling out according to a new post from Microsoft on October 1st. I don't know if you've seen this yet, but you can click on the thing that says click to see the SERP underneath the elephants here. And this is going to talk about how long do elephants live. There is now a big, bold answer that's created with AI. There's a citation, some description, there are some videos populating, and then more information. Note, these search results, when this populates, are now on the right side of the screen.
Oh.
They moved the SERP. So this is like an actual monumental change when this will show up for Bing, because they're changing the way that Bing works. I'm a Bing user, and having your search results on the right-hand rail is fairly jarring, I'd say. Like, I don't know if people are going to like understand that those are the search engine results pages. Another thing I thought was funny is if you have that example up, there are like almost too many citations. And I will never say that it's just the right amount, but you can get to in this case, elephant guide or AZ animals, there's 5 different ways that you can get to them right from the results page.
Yeah. And I like that it has a little favicon.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that anywhere else. Have you?
No, I think it's very nice
Yeah.
where you can like easily identify where it's from. They also have some examples where you can say how to effectively run a one-on-one, and it's the same thing. A lot of videos seem to be pulling in, which is nice. Lots of citations, but I really think it could shift a lot of the way that people use Bing, could shift your traffic when those search results move to the side, because everything underneath it is based on the generative search experience, whatever they're calling it. Another thing that is very strange, they don't say that it's AI based. When you look at this stuff, I feel like every week we keep talking about the fact that like, oh, images are trying to get automated notation if it's AI generated. This is AI generated and like no disclosure on that.
Yeah. Well, this summary was generated by AI, but it's very small.
Oh, I didn't see that.
It's very small.
Oh, you have to go under the alarm clock or
Yeah.
the eye info signal. Okay. So it is there. It's just not prominent. You have to kind of look for it. Your thoughts? Would you use this, Julia?
I kind of do not like it, but I also just like never liked Bing. So you use it all the time though. What do you think?
I think it's too much.
Yeah, it's busy.
I mean, I think the Google approach of having it there, making it clear and obvious that it's AI, and then you can just flip past it makes more sense. Having it on the right rail is a choice. Probably
I
not.
like that the answer's big.
Yeah, I agree.
That's nice.
Yeah.
You don't have to like read around.
And
for
you
it.
can like instantly see where it came from.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you see something to say, put glue on your pizza, you can just go click, like, oh, this is a Reddit S post, you know?
Mhm.
In more news here this week, Google Shopping interface has a new addition, Expandable Refignments. Lots of changes in shopping recently. And I think this one's actually really cool. You can go through. The example that was found was for washing machines. And there are sort of like these little cards. It has like a caret button down. And when you click on the caret button down, it pulls in all the products that match that. So if one is washing machines for camping and it's something for an RV, it just totally expands. You don't have to load a new page, and it'll pull in all of the things that Google has for camping RVs. This is something that is ideal. And some of the changes I like when they're pulling in video reviews into the shopping carousel, I'm like, this isn't the shopping experience that I think a lot of people want and wish that Google Shopping was. This is. When you have these cards, you can easily close them, open them, and it auto pulls everything in. That's very nice features. I would assume if they launch this, it's a test right now, more people use shopping. And I always feel like they try too hard to make things look, to like add in videos and stuff. It's like, no, just be a good shopping source. I also wish they would mix in organic and paid. I can't wait for that day to happen. I'm going to say within a year they're going to do it. Greg Stradamus.
In the shopping?
Yeah,
results?
like you know how you go through like Etsy or Amazon, it's like Amazon sponsored or Etsy like they should do that. It would be so much better for advertisers.
I'm surprised they haven't.
Yeah.
I think they just need to make it good. They haven't like made it good yet.
Yeah.
You know?
I just like can't imagine why. It should be like their biggest priority.
Yeah, you have like everybody's just like handing your data over. Now you're also just going and saying, hey, Merchant Center Next, we don't even use the word feed anymore. We just find products on your site. We scroll through everything. We get everything. They should be the number one source. They should be taking over Amazon. They just sometimes make dumb decisions.
And now for this week's
Cool Tool.
As a reminder, our Cool Tool segment is not an official endorsement or paid mention. We're simply sharing something we found in our travels that may be of use to our listeners. And is really, really cool.
This week's cool tool comes from WordStream, and it's a free keyword tool that helps you easily find suggested keywords, bids, and competition level. You simply put in your URL and it will come up with a list of keywords that could be good for you to target. This could be helpful to just get some extra keyword ideas. I'll have the link in our newsletter and in Discord, so check it out.
Now it's time for this week's Take of the Week. This is a #fire digital marketing take with extra spice served up for you. We simply deliver the take for your consumption. We give no opinions. We don't influence. You make the call.
This week's Take of the Week, you guys are going to decide. There were two of them. They're both really good. And I wanted to share them because I was just in that kind of mood.
Yeah.
They both needed to be heard.
And you've been complaining about light takes lately, so.
Correct. Okay. So PPC Greg tweeted out a screenshot of the October 1st Google Ads outage when everything went down. Not surprisingly, I don't know if you saw on October 1st, we're now getting AI recommendations in the accounts. I wonder why the outage happened. Like, can you just cut that crap out?
Yeah.
Anyway.
There was another one on the 2nd. Like in the middle of the workday. You didn't notice?
No, it's just slow off. What? I don't want to step on PPC Greg's joke. So he has a screenshot from the status meter that says the affected users are able to access Google Ads, but highlighted are seeing error message, high latency, and other unexpected behavior. PPC Greg then says with that image, ... So exactly as it was before? Question mark.
How could the latency be any slower? Honestly.
I know. There's got to be a meme out there where they're just like, AI this, AI that, AI this. It's like, all we want is a usable platform.
Mm-hmm.
So the other one you get to choose from is from Anthony Hickman. And he's got a picture of LSA MCC not loading. Just like similar to PPC Greg. That's why you guys have to decide here. And he says, your odds of winning a prize in the Powerball are 1 out of 38. Your odds of getting a Google Local Services Ads MCC to load are 1 out of 42. So, statistically, you have a better chance at winning a prize in the Powerball than getting an LSA MCC to load. But against all odds and logic, we are going to make it. LOL. He said, inspired by PPC ClickShark, power listener of the show, and Google Local Services Ads MCCs. So what do you go with? PPC Greg, same as it ever was? Or LSA Powerball?
So the 1 out of 42 he just made up.
No, they tried to
He
load
tried 42
2
times.
times to get it.
That's insane.
These are 2 power listeners. I don't want to pick a favorite. PPC Greg's was quicker to the point.
And more generalized, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to throw my vote to Anthony Hickman solely for the fact that he didn't use title case.
Oh.
But PPC Greg, you are the winner, sir.
Now it's time for this week's Pew Pew Lightning Round. At this point in the show, we split up our content into 3 parts: paid, organic, and social.
First up in the paid universe this week, we have a couple updates on stories that we've talked about over the last couple weeks. So first of all, from Thomas Assel, he has more specifics about how the TikTok search ads are going to work. He says they have 3 match types, broad, phrase, and exact, and allow up to 10,000 negatives. And there's 3 match types with those negatives too, per ad group. He says, I guess Google can't afford to sunset match types anymore.
Thank gosh.
We'll see how good their broad match is, and then we'll...
Yeah, you're going to have to negative everything. Negative mom talk. Negative dance. Negative everything. Can you negative songs?
Probably.
Oh, this is for search, so there are no songs.
Yeah.
You're going to have so many negatives. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you guys watch?
Are you going to have a search term report, though? Like,
probably.
Yeah, that's true.
What are you watching on TikTok recently?
We really like the videos of when he asks you to dance for him.
Mm.
I was telling Greg about it before.
Yes.
So it'll be like when he asks you to dance for him, but you were Julia Mateer and you're a majorette, and somebody throws her baton from off camera, and she sets it ablaze and starts twirling it in the air.
You could twirl a baton
Yeah,
next week?
absolutely not.
What are you watching on TikTok?
I mean, the same thing. That's like the best one currently, I think.
Do you have a baton that sets on fire?
I have one I could set on fire.
Have you ever baton a fire?
Yeah.
You burned yourself?
No.
Was your hair in a ponytail?
Yeah, it was in like a bun.
A bun. Next week?
No.
It's not every day you get to podcast with a majorette. It's once a week.
I'm thankful every week. Although I think it's new Barry was a majorette.
Probably.
He can't even respond because it's his new year and he's got to be offline. So we're just going to spread this rumor right now that Julia was majorette with Barry.
I'm
Barry
sure he'll be
Schwartz.
listening like in the wee hours of whenever
Not
he
allowed
can.
to.
No, whenever he can.
Oh, yes.
As
Absolutely.
soon as he can.
Yes.
Another update from Adrian Decker for PMAX negatives. It says they're going to roll out beginning in Q4. That's now.
That's
Ooh,
I
nice.
haven't seen any.
Week 41.
From Kushal Burwani, Bing is testing a sponsored ad label instead of the ad label. And I think this is weird because like the text of the ad is very gray and then the sponsored label is gray and it like reads as sponsored, track website positions and rankings of keywords and SERP features. Like, I don't like it.
I don't like it because it's bigger. I love the fact that ad was so small that you could never tell what an ad was. This, you can like tell what an ad is. Get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
No.
But usually things that make you be able to know what an ad is don't stick. So
Yeah, I don't think this is. It's perfect as is. Nobody knows what an ad is on Bing. It's amazing. Also, speaking of Halloween costumes, can I tell my $1 million idea I was talking about off camera?
Oh, please do.
Okay. So I was thinking of like, hey, if you were a Halloween costume company, like what is the go-to costume where you could make so much money? I always think about that for some reason. And I had the best idea, I think, ever that I've ever maybe come up with in life. Mudang, but sexy. Sexy Mudang costume.
can you explain? Would it just be a mask?
Mudang is a
No.
pygmy hippo from Taiwan. The
People
internet's
know
obsessed.
Mudang.
But people want to be Mudang.
They do.
Yeah, I think you don't want to be Mudang?
Personally, no.
Okay.
Is it a mask?
Yeah, but like sexy. You know what I mean? Like that's what all the Halloween costumes. You look at all the Google lists every year. Mudang's gonna be up there. But guess what? If you can make a sexy Mudang, you're gonna be like Sam Altman.
But you have to think about how you would do it.
Right.
Like bikini and mask.
I have I'm a concept guy,
Okay.
not the execution.
Sketch it out.
Yeah, everybody else got to figure it out. And then somebody can run around spraying you with water and stuff.
No. I don't think there are not going to be a lot of people dressed up as Mudang. It's hard to execute. You
Right,
need to make
because
your
it's
own
not-
rubber mask.
Because it's not sexy Mudang. All the costumes on that list every year are sexy police officer, sexy something like that. You just need to put that word in there, and then boom, $1 million.
SEO. We'll see if the prediction comes true. We've got about a month now, so we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, we just need to make it. We need to go to market fast.
Do you know a guy who can make a mask?
No.
Okay.
Hit me up though if you know,
It's a terrible idea.
but a sexy one.
Okay. Next up, from Anthony Higman, this is a big update for me, but I think this was teased a couple of weeks ago. New bidding options for LSAs. So they now include an option for TCPL, target cost per lead, under the automated bidding options. And there's a warning that says don't enable unless you get 15 leads per month. And this is in title case. But this seems like awesome.
Yeah, we don't do LSAs here, but
And Anthony doesn't like machine learning, so he's not going to do this probably. But
yeah, we should get him on the show.
yeah.
Drive up here, Higman. You're on.
He also discovers that LSAs are now testing displaying the SERPs without a personal or headshot photo. Instead, this one is like a nice, tasteful conference room or a sexy Mudang. You never know. So that's a big update too. I know, Greg, that you love those headshots in the SERPs. So big change.
I like realtor headshots. Lawyers, no. You should have a logo for your lawyer.
What's better about realtors?
I just love the absurdity of it. That like I'm gonna choose you. Like what other company has headshots on every single business card or piece of information they've ever given you? Show me one piece, one flyer, one anything from a real estate agent that doesn't have their face on it.
It's true.
Have you ever seen one?
No, but I don't deal with a lot of realtors.
It's also like a weird move where you're like, I'm gonna draw you in. I'm the market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe here's your $1 million idea. You be a realtor and use like different images.
Oh my god! I'd
Use the
have to,
AppSquire logo guy.
I would just get plastic surgery, all over. Get it all. I never eat a carb again.
Put Mudang on there.
Oh, that would be great. Moo Dang Realty. All caps, realtor, registered trademark. Moo Dang Realtor.
Might be some name, image, likeness things to figure out there with Moo, but
It's a pig. You can't sue me.
Okay, from Adrian Decker again. He is like now posting more on X and LinkedIn, so I'm getting more updates from him. He's got all the news. Like, you got to follow him. They had an AI Innovation Day from Google, and they're launching some new Shorts ads features that I didn't see talked about anywhere else, and I don't really care about Shorts, so I'm just going to run through these quick, but they say...
We were invited to this, by the way.
Oh, well.
We skipped it.
Was I?
Yeah, you were. Our rep mailed us.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, AI Innovation Day, hard
I
pass.
must have been milking the goat last week. So some update. They all are for Shorts also, which I just don't care about. And it's pant season now. So animated image ads on Shorts, stickers. Like, come on. I'm a professional. You can drive long form video features for Shorts and swipe to a website for Shorts, which like that wasn't
Cool.
a feature before. Like, Google also announced that Ads Creative Studio will be deprecated in Q1 2025 due to low adoption. Wasn't this like just announced?
It's like something different now.
It was like a Google Marketing Live thing that they made a big deal about one year. I thought, well,
Wait, what are they getting rid of?
Ads Creative Studio.
That's not the main like dam that you have within Google Ads.
I thought it was. Well, this is like you build things in
Oh,
here.
okay.
Sorry.
Well, they're automating everything now, so it makes sense.
Yeah. You're not making static image ads. Yazid Benhal also spotted something really silly in the SERPs. He Googled something and got like a recommendation in the SERPs like we've seen before to set up a PMAX campaign, and you can just press to get started. So.
Sick.
No. Would you do that, Julia?
No,
Can you imagine if it was like one-click PMAX? I'm sure it'll be here next week.
probably.
But this is, again, your clients, when they Google
Mm-hmm.
stuff related to their brand name or whatever, it's going to come up. So just be aware of that. Finally, here in paid, Thomas Assel let us know that there is new certainty of lift metric showing in brand lift studies. And this shows you the likelihood that the uplift was generated by your campaigns and not due to just what he calls luck. So that's fun. And that is it for paid. What is happening in organic?
All right, and of course, this week's show is brought to you by Wix, Wix.com. They are the best because they not only have great tools that help you make websites, but they help you do better. We talk about it every week. They're like the pinnacle, the go-to, the true north in how to make good content that people want so that people can experience the awesome product that's Wix. They've gone and outdone themselves, Trap. They now have the Wix Studio SEO course. And they not only have Morty in there and some of the people from Wix, Crystal, obviously, but they've got some heavy hitters helping out Aleda Solis, Judith Lewis, Andrew Koch, James Clark, and more. And they break it down into really like bite-sized pieces. So if you want to go through and learn about keyword research, you can hop in there. If you want on-page SEO, they have a different expert there. Some of these are like an hour and 43 minutes, like these courses.
Wow.
And some are shorter. It just depends on what you want. Strike me dead if I'm lying, Shep. In our Monday meeting, did I not say to people, check out the Wix SEO course? It
You
just
did.
launched last
You
week.
said it was great. That wasn't sponsored. It was our
I
internal
said I have
meeting.
to vet it still, but
Yeah.
looking at these experts, if you are looking to train yourself, train your employees, these are people that are trustworthy, except Morty. JK. Morty's very trustworthy. He's got great takes. But just they are out there putting out the effort, helping people get better. And that's all you can ask from a company. So if you want to see this, I would highly recommend you check out their SEO Learning Hub. It's wix.com/SEO/learn. It's wix.com/SEO/learn. All right. And first up in the news, Julia, I kind of defamed you a little bit.
Whoa.
It's new this week because Spotify had a new fan study, the podcast edition. And apparently 2 in 5 people who streamed a new podcast show in 2024 did it on a video show. And I'm like, people in our office just watch video podcasts all day long. It's like everybody does it.
Yep.
And I'm like, I don't know how you do it. And then I started doing it and it's not that bad.
Well, yeah, because like every time you listen to a podcast, it's like, if you're watching right now, look at the screen and we're showing you this. And then it's annoying when you don't listen. So
What percent of
Probably
podcasts
just
do you
the same.
watch that are video versus audio?
100% video.
Wow. What
Do you
about
watch on YouTube though?
Yeah, normally.
Yeah, she always says it up in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
I am usually audio, but then sometimes if it's like a really good episode and I need the video, I'll switch over to YouTube.
I tried to do it just to see what it was like, and like seeing these numbers. It's not bad. But I think you should have like a different like mini monitor that just like clips onto the top.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then you
it
have, like,
should.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they should make a video podcast
Yeah.
monitor that goes
Yeah.
along your other ones.
That is a good idea.
I just get embarrassed of like my Disney podcast too. I don't really want.
Sometimes
let
I'll
my
like
freak flag fly.
when like people are walking around, I'll like cover the video up just in case because I'm like, this is weird. But then I'll pull it back down.
Also, according to the listener retention meter that they made, video podcast audiences are 1.3x more likely to retain those users or listeners than audio only. And you get 26% more returning listeners with video podcasts. Our YouTube is going up and our traditional podcast numbers are kind of going down, to be honest with you. So happy we embraced it.
Yeah.
You like being on camera every week, right?
Oh, I love it.
You too?
Love it.
Yep.
Just kidding.
Favorite hour of the week.
Yeah, and tune in next week to see Julia in a bun with fire. All right. From Barry Schwartz, YouTube has a new feature, Automatic Concepts. And this is an experiment that you can do and turn on if you are a creator in your YouTube studio. For some people, it seems. And this will help viewers learn about unfamiliar terms without leaving the video. So let's say you're watching this video and you didn't know who Moo Dang was. Maybe it would pop up and help give you context. Conspiracy Greg, I just feel like they're going to try to send you to different videos and move you away. And like, I don't know. If it was just like context, it'd be cool. But at some point, they're just going to ruin it for you. That's like me right now, my life.
Yeah.
I know they're going to put something out there. It's going to be cool for a second, and they're going to mess it up.
It's nice in theory.
From Kashwal Barani, there is what appears to be about this place in your local listings. And this, from the example in the video that Kashal put through, it seems like it's all Google reviews, but they tried to like make them look better, like a visual card. Some you can see user-generated images. Some you can see like snippets of a review that might have stand out. So I kind of think this is cool, but I don't really understand where it's all coming from. Like it'd be nice if you could tie in like some social stuff, but if it's all Google reviews, I mean, this is better than just a list in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. From Barry Schwartz over at Search Engine Roundtable, apparently Google has removed a ton of reviews right around September 17th. And Tim Colling in the local search forums had said, we've seen a higher than normal number of legitimate, favorable reviews removed from many of our clients' Google business profiles. There's no apparent connection between the clients or the nature of the reviews. So I'm all for removing spam reviews. There's so much spam on there. But man, that's got to be heartbreaking
Yeah.
for good reviews.
Oh, Google loves small businesses.
Yeah. And he's got an example of all these reviews. The highest date was roughly around 200.
Wow.
Back in July, and this is up to like 600 that were removed. And people just don't leave good reviews. You know? They just leave bad ones.
It's so
It's
tough.
annoying.
We need to like all like set aside time on our calendar once a month to like look back and leave good reviews places.
Yeah.
I always forget.
Just be good humans.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great. But when it's great, you're just always like, oh, that was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Go back and put it in. Speaking of reviews, there is a notice that Mike Blumenthal spotted over on the local search forum about fake reviews for a business. And there's a Google business listing and it says suspected fake reviews were recently removed from this place.
We don't know if this is related to the last story.
No, I know that they had changed some of the verbiage. It used to be in the UK. They moved to the US about some of their fake review stuff.
I just hope they're right 100% of the
Yeah.
time.
I know.
Yeah.
Because if not,
That's bad.
that's real bad.
Yeah.
Because that is a bad look. Like I
Yeah.
would never want to work with a company if I found out they were doing fake reviews. Like I just think that is like the lowest.
It's the lowest of the low.
Yeah.
And it's like in the area, there are companies that made a lot of money and got sued big time. I'll tell you out there.
For having like a fake review biz.
Yeah. Pay a lot of money for it. Don't do fake reviews, people.
I would know the name.
It might not be located exactly where we are here. It's a little bit down the road.
Okay.
But yeah. Google has updated its web search spam policies. Barry has a great highlighted documentation over on Search Engine Roundtable, or document, I guess, rather. The biggest thing that changed was verbiage around the site reputation abuse policy. They added more context to what that actually means. And they said it's when the first party hosting site is directly producing or generating unique content. For example, via staff directly employed by the first party or freelancers working for the staff of the first party. It is not working with third-party services such as white label or turnkey that focus on redistributing content with the primary purpose of manipulating search rankings. That's a mouthful. I feel like this site reputation abuse policy has morphed and transformed into something so different than it used to be. It used to be like, your site, your Forbes.com, your site is about business and money. If you abuse that reputation and start doing other things like coupons and best CBD gummies, that's abusing your reputation. And they just change it to be like, who's working for you? It doesn't make sense to me at all. Just because you have somebody writing and spamming and using the reputation from your site, just because they work for you doesn't mean that you should be not penalized. No, you're abusing the reputation of their site. This doesn't make sense to me at all.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever. And Forbes got allegedly dinged. Oh, and also they talked about some of the punishments that could be limited to subdomains or subfolders as well. So there's the main updates were on site reputation abuse. And allegedly Forbes got dinged for some reputation abuse. Cyrus Shepard, love him or hate him, had a big post out, and somebody else had a big post about Forbes, and Glenn Gabe showed that there's a big drop. Go follow Glenn Gabe on all those people. At Glenn
The
Gabe.
other Shep.
No, don't follow him.
I said the other Shep.
Oh, Glenn Gabe?
No, Cyrus Shepard.
Yeah, don't follow him, though. You're the only Shep to follow.
Okay.
All right, and Michelle Rahman had found that Google Lens is rolling out the video feature for Android only. So if you want to not just take a picture of something, but showcase something and have Google Lens tell you what it is, they can tell you there. So maybe you don't know what Taylor Swift song is playing or something, and a picture won't do it justice. And you're at the concert, you're like, I wonder what song she's singing now. Have you ever thought that?
I would always know.
Oh, okay. Well, this might not be for you. But if I was at a Taylor Swift concert, I could say, what is the song? Record via video if I'm an Android user.
Why wouldn't you use Shazam?
That's what I was going to say. Just Shazam it. Why are you at the concert? You don't know the song.
There's a lot of people at the Taylor Swift concerts taking the seats that you should have, Julia,
Wow.
You don't have seats?
No.
who don't have the song. She needs to get on it. You've got a
They're-
month.
How much are seats?
Only at
Thousands of
$1,500 for the 300 section.
For one ticket?
Well, I got a code, so I didn't have to do
Oh.
resale. So,
Okay.
but for people who didn't get a code, yeah,
But they're selling them.
Mhm. Yeah,
Okay.
some people are. Not me.
You
Not
should sell
me.
yours.
Please,
Do you know how much money you make?
please. It's like going to be the best day of my year. I am not selling my ticket.
Okay. Well, when that money hits your bank account, it could be the best day of the year.
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay. All right. Google is warning about JavaScript generated product markup. Essentially, if you're using JavaScript, it has to load fast. If you don't load the JavaScript markup before Googlebot crawls everything, it won't see it. So you put it in your HTML, or just make sure everything is fast and you're fine. The Google search location carousel is moving the map on the scroll. So as you scroll down your results page, a test was seen in the wild. I'm not sure by who, but you will scroll through locations. So as you scroll down, much like that awesome Wix landing page where things happen, you're now going to start scrolling through location carousel. So good for local SEO, bad for other SEO, I'd say. And I think nope, we still have some more. Google search ranking volatility is still at an all-time high. Barry put out his webmaster volatility report, or whatever he has. It's like where everything happens. He put it out for September. It was the most volatile month ever recorded.
Wow.
And all the tools are
Well,
up.
November's coming here in the U.S., so
Is that going to be volatile?
well, in the news.
Oh, yes. Yes. It's just another thing I'm not looking forward to.
Little current events joke.
Yeah. And you can see that, again, everything is still super, super, super volatile. There is another interview with Danny Sullivan, the Google search liaison. This is from Aleda Solis. You can most famously known from her Wix SEO course, I'd say. And she's interviewing Danny Sullivan, and they're kind of like sitting on a nice little...
It's a nice leather couch.
Yeah, it's like a tufted... What would you call that? An ottoman?
No, that's a couch.
Yeah, I would not.
love
know.
seat? It's like a love seat?
No.
No, love seats are a little smaller.
I feel like couches that are leather with all those little buttons are called something. Like a
A
Windsor.
sofa?
No, you're thinking of like a chaise lounge, but that's not what that means.
I wrote ad copy for all these things last week.
It's tufted, yeah.
Can you just...
Julia knows.
Yeah.
Can you play the video and pull out your Android and Google Lens it for me?
None of us have Android.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it in organic. What's happening in social, Julia?
Okay. First up for social from Adrian Decker on X. LinkedIn is getting rid of the Community Top Voices gold badge. So they're doing this because the badges are currently awarded automatically to contributors, which makes it hard to maintain high quality standards. If you currently have a badge, it will expire within 60 days, depending on when it was awarded. This is like kind of stupid because they were literally like, since we've had them, engagement's up. But now we're taking them away because it's all just like everyone can get one. So
It always is like, answer this. Do you get that?
Yeah.
I'm always like, I just do not have time. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So
So you don't have a badge?
No, I answered a few and it's like, your answer is really good. I'm like, yeah, I know.
I've never been asked.
But then I'm like, then they're like, answer this other one. And it's something so stupid. And I'm like,
Have you really been asked?
I feel like, yeah, it comes up.
Wow, I'm hurt.
oh my gosh, you haven't been asked? I'll get in there right now.
No, I do have like 7,000 LinkedIn notifications.
Yeah, you probably have been asked.
Every time I open it, it's like 5 chat windows. Like,
Yeah. Well,
So maybe I missed it.
it doesn't even matter anymore. Next for social, Instagram has a new signature sound for the end of Reels. So this sound is going to be appended to the end of every Reel that's downloaded from the app. Are you ready?
Yes.
Instagram signature sound. Brother, come on.
Take 2. Here,
Now
where
it
is it,
won't
Julia?
play.
Want me to try?
I literally just played
All right, Shep, you try.
Wait.
I guess we're really good at technology.
Well, if the internet works. Is everyone ready?
Born ready.
TikTok signature sound.
No, Instagram Reels.
Oh, my bad. Instagram signature sound.
Keep all this in.
Okay, ready?
This better be really good.
It's going to be the best sound ever.
Life changing.
They're just trying to be Netflix.
It's insane.
You
They're
know?
trying to be TikTok because
Oh, yeah.
whenever
I
you
guess so.
download, but nobody's downloading Reels from Instagram and then
Nobody.
uploading them to like
Yeah.
YouTube Shorts or whatever.
Also, like if I heard that, I'd think my phone was broken. So,
Yeah.
It sounds like the noise that plays on your phone. Have you ever gotten water in your phone and then
Oh, yeah, and it,
YouTube
like-
sound?
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Have you?
No.
Have we not talked about this on the show?
No.
The comments are amazing. So it's like you go to this YouTube video when you get water in your phone and you play it and it's like, and supposedly it gets the water out of your phone.
Does it work?
I think so. I've only lost like 2 phones to water damage because I bring it in the shower.
Oh.
And then all the comments are like, I like to think of us all standing here naked, water in our phones.
Oh,
I guarantee 90% of people drop it in the toilet. People do not take their phones in the shower.
I take my phone in the shower.
I know you
a
do.
lot of people probably do.
Well, you're the 10%.
I watch.
Do you shower with your
TV.
phone?
No, because
I
I'm
couldn't-
scared of the water situation.
I'm scared of the phone situation. Like, I don't
Oh,
want some
yeah.
Shannon Sharp type stuff happening to me. Just,
That's
but I'm just be by myself in the phone. Like,
Oh, I never thought of that.
you're in the shower nude, unless you shower with clothes on.
I don't get any other chance to watch Real Housewives except for when I'm in the shower. It's the only time people leave me alone.
Just tape your camera. Then you're good.
Okay, that's what I do with my laptop.
Yeah. Next for social, Adam Mosseri won't give people their following feed on Instagram. So right now, roughly 50% of an Instagram feed is AI-based recommendations or like the people you should follow. And he says that when they test having just the regular following feed, engagement goes down. And like they get this logic from TikTok, obviously. But I just think it's annoying because I feel like I'm only on Instagram longer to like make sure I'm not following all these random people that are coming up.
And TikTok has an option to only see your friends.
Right.
posts.
Yeah. And so that's why I said, I was like, I think they should do like a following feed, a For You feed. And then also it's annoying because like people like me who don't have a lot of followers and aren't going to be in like AI recommended ones, like my posts get lost and then people don't like them. So.
And when you're scrolling, there's a little button to follow. And I always end up accidentally following like random meme accounts.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to.
Yeah.
Can I also say this is a beta move from your boyfriend here? Like if Adam Mosseri had any spine, he'd be like, here's all the people you follow.
Yeah.
But it means your platform is going down.
I would just like to defend him and say I don't think he's making the decision on his own.
I think he is.
That was
He
a
just
direct quote from
takes
him.
the brunt of the, feedback.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think it's him. No,
Nope.
damn it. I'll shut up.
Adam Mosseri is not my boyfriend. I'm married. Next story.
So next, Instagram and Facebook have been seeing a decline in publisher engagement.
Oh, shocking.
Crazy. So a study by Digiday Research says Instagram is slowly making publishers lose interest. The survey found that Facebook isn't being deemed as important among publishers, which isn't surprising. But the surprising thing is that Instagram's ad spend and usage have also decreased. 86% of publishers said they've posted content on Instagram in Q3 of 2024, but that's a drop from the 91% who said the same in the last year. Same thing with like purchasing ads in the past few years. It's gone down on Instagram.
So is this all about ads or like publishers for anything?
I think like kind of both, but mostly about ads. But like frequency of people posting has gone down from daily to weekly. And then overall, people just think it's not like helpful to drive revenue anymore. So mostly for ads, but I feel like just in general, like.
Because Instagram and publishers, if we're talking like organic and you can't have a link easily in it, it's like, why would they bother?
Yeah.
And you just have to put so much effort in to build a following and you can't reach them. It's just annoying.
All right, last up for social, Reddit is making site-wide protests basically impossible. So basically, Reddit moderators will not be able to change if their subreddit is public or private without first submitting a request to a Reddit admin. This is in response to the thousands of subreddits that went private last year to protest changes to Reddit's API pricing. Reddit says that the option to change community type settings has been used to break the platform and violate their rules. So
it's been used to break the platform, not
Right.
to violate their rules.
Well.
They're just corporate now. They're a publicly traded company. And in the past, if you got upset about Reddit, you could just take all of these communities that people could enjoy and read publicly that they might not have been a part of and turn it private. And so they would lose a ton of their content because people get mad at something they did and basically turn it off to the public. And so now corporate Reddit's coming in, walking in, boom, you can't do this anymore because I need money.
Right.
So now you can't do the one like effort that people had to kind of stick it to the man.
Those must be some pretty powerful subreddits.
yeah, right.
I mean, it's like when you have a subreddit that's world news or something and you turn it off because you're upset and people can't see it. Like that's a big deal for Reddit. And this is very smart on their behalf, but it's also, you can imagine why people would be upset because it takes a lot of work to moderate something, to build a subreddit. Like let's say we make Marketing O'Clock subreddit and we build it up, we're putting out content all the time and we can't take something private. Like I see both sides of it, but you're now a public company and this is what happens. You're going to be like Google. When the search engine started, they said, we're never going to have ads. We're never going to do this, blah, 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 blah. Guess what? It's all ads now.
And that brings us to our real life segment, straight out of our accounts and into your ear holes. It's time for Working Hard or Hardly Working, where we talk about what's going on in our IRL work, good, bad, or otherwise.
Working hard for me this week. I'm loving the brand inclusion thing. It makes it so easy with search campaigns. Like I'm just copying RLSA campaigns. You already have all of your keywords in there. And instead of using a remarketing audience, you use the brand inclusion. And it seems to be really working in the keyword report. Like everything mostly has the brand name. And it's nice that the landing page is like appropriate for the keyword, but you don't have to go through and add your brand name to the whole keyword list. It's like taking a step out.
It is a game changer for conquesting campaigns.
Yeah.
Game change. And we were in a sort of boardish meeting type thing for a publicly traded company. And they're like, why can they bet on the brand? It's like Google is pushing this now at this point. They're making it easier. They are trying to have you spend more money on branded stuff. where it's like the opposite. In like 2007, you could never, ever, 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 ever get a single brand query to ever launch. You just have such a bad quality score. If they just wouldn't do it. Now they encourage it. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Such a 180.
Yeah.
I wonder why. Why do you think, Julia?
You know, it's what the
Scrooge
people want.
McDuck.
It's what the shareholders want. Julia.
What about you, Julia?
Hardly working for me this week is filters in editor. I was trying to upload ads like for search campaigns, and I had the campaign name in there, the ad group name in there, but then I had it filtered to just search campaigns, and every time I try and upload, it just was like would make a new campaign, and I was like, my campaign's already built. It was a whole thing. It took me way too long to figure out that if you just take the filter off, it'll find the campaign name, match it, and you're fine.
I hate editor drama.
Yeah, I normally love editor, but that just really made me upset.
But it's like when it's not perfect. You can't figure out why.
It's like one little thing.
All right. And for me this week, I realized we haven't launched like a fresh Google Ads campaign in a long time. A lot of people...
Account.
Campaigns. No, campaigns all the time. Yeah, account. No data, no anything. Very reasonable spend. It is hard. Like we had to because we always get campaigns that aren't working from people or accounts from people and make them work, but there's data involved. And not having data is like a complete 180. And somebody had, again, asked us to do this test and we had no data. We're doing great, I think, so far. We've got a really good plan, but it's just like a completely different mindset. And I actually like it in a way. It's like a really cool problem to solve. And like we're doing manual CPC. We have some like bid data from before. We're being like aggressive on that, then flipping to maximize conversion value, then to TROAS. But it's kind of fun. It's very hard though. It's like way harder than I thought, not having any data. Mm-hmm. So that's me. And then also, can I just say a hardly working?
Whoa.
Marketing a clock.
Oh no.
We're hardly working. Maz put out a list of the best SEO and digital marketing podcasts in 2024. We didn't make the list.
I think that means they're hardly working, not us, because they clearly did not do their research. So,
Julia, I couldn't agree with you more. Because one of the podcasts has 2 episodes in 2024, both in January. And to me, this is content that is site reputation abuse content, where you have absolute rat podcasts. A lot of them are good, right? Like Search with Candor, great podcast. Go listen, go subscribe. Morty and Crystal's podcast, Serps Up, great podcast. Go subscribe. But when you put out 2 podcasts in January of 2024 and you make this list, this is the definition of unhelpful content. This is lazy content. This is rat content. They're putting this out there to just check a box to say, we have the best SEO podcast content somewhere, and it's not good. And I'm telling you right now, if you think this is good, you've got a problem, because there is no way in your right mind that telling somebody a podcast that has not podcast in 9 months is the way to stay up on SEO.
They're 3 updates behind. Like,
I don't know. And you look at this, and it's like, sorry, if the algorithms work correctly for helpful content update, Maz would get their blog destroyed because this isn't helpful. It's not helpful. We just lost the Maz sponsorship, but I don't care.
We didn't have one.
Well, we don't have one anymore. You lost your MozCon invite.
I have another bone to pick. Every week, there's another best SEO podcast list.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this says digital marketing too, to be fair.
Oh, wow. That makes it worse.
Yes.
Can people make more PPC podcast lists? Because they get no respect. And we're out here working really hard, and there are very few lists. Respectfully.
I don't know. We tried to put out a best podcast list, and we actually went through and did how much research did we do for ours?
It took years off my life.
I know. That's a lot of research.
And we built a custom thing on the website.
Yeah. And guess what? This is why you don't get rewarded for this. And this is why it's a site reputation abuse policy. And this is the A1A example of unhelpful content.
Respectfully.
With respect.
Now it's time for this week's ICYMI.
ICYMI, people.
This is something you just might not have seen. Maybe something that you overlooked, but you shouldn't have.
ICYMI, people. Thomas Assell is sharing a really tricky, cool little Google ad strategy on LinkedIn this week. He calls this his emergency brake strategy. So first he has a defined customer list. So he's uploading a customer match list to Google Ads. And then he takes those people and puts them in a competitor campaign with competitor keywords. And then he has catchy RSA headlines offering a discount. So we were just talking about this before. Like if you're Adidas and you had a list of previous customers, and then later if those people are searching for Nike, you could like bid really aggressively and try to make sure you don't lose them. So
Yeah, and with new like brand inclusions, you could actually get them to the right spot too. You know,
Yeah.
if it's like Nike soccer cleats, you could then kick them right over to soccer cleats too.
Yeah.
So,
I had never thought of that.
and this works. Yeah, I have it for our account. We run high lifetime value and then high lifetime purchases. Works well.
Now it's time for our must-read marketing article of the week. An article so advanced, so in-depth, so detailed that we simply cannot cover it in its entirety on today's show.
This week's must-read marketing article of the week comes from Chris Long, not the ex-NFL player, but the SEO, and it's called Retailers. Google is becoming your new category page. As we covered earlier in the show, the shopping aspect of Google has grown. They are enhancing it. They are working on it. And Chris talks about not only the shopping aspect, but AI overviews, Reddit, Google site reputation abuse policy, and more. And has a nice little breakdown of the new commerce search experience and how you can thrive and survive there. And takes a look at just, again, every change that Google has made with some expandable products, expandable sidebars. We just talked about the expandable lists as well. So I am here for Google Shopping. I hope it does well as an advertiser. And Chris has a great breakdown of over on Search Engine Land called, again, Retailers. Google is becoming your new product or your new category page. Thank you, Chris.
And now onto our playlist of curated songs to work to. You can head over to playlist.marketingoclock.com to listen to Marketing a Playlist. Greg, what will you be adding this week?
I'm going to be adding Goes Without Saying by Post Malone.
And I will be adding Who Needs You by Post Malone.
Cease and Desist.
We did it accidentally. We've already talked about it, but
Accidentally, I had mine in way first.
this is like the only album I've been listening to besides Taylor Swift lately.
It's got to be a hard album to listen to. I know we talked about it before, but it's all over the place.
Taylor Swift?
No, Post Malone.
I don't think so, except for that song at the end that I added. The rest of them are like all just classic country dude.
No, there's so many different genres of country.
Are you talking about Cowboy Carter?
No, I'm talking about Post Malone.
There is one genre of country. It's man country.
Yeah.
Who grew up in the 90s.
Ever heard of Carrie Underwood?
No, I'm saying on Post Malone's album.
No, it's all over the place. Julia, back me up.
No, I think it goes pretty well.
Except for the one song I added is a little different. There's a little fiddle.
A little
Okay.
fiddle.
You take
Julia.
the fiddle. What do you got, Julia?
I'm going to add Finer Things by Post Malone.
Wow.
Crazy.
Look at that. That's a first.
Yeah, never. It would never happen with Jess. All right, that does it for today's show.
But it's now officially not Marketing O'Clock,
Thanks for listening.
We miss you already.
and we can't wait to see you next week.
Thanks for listening to Marketing O'Clock. If you're looking for more information on today's topics, head over to marketingoclock.com/newsletter to receive every single article we covered. We share the news as it breaks in our Discord community. Head over to community.marketingoclock.com to join.
Welcome to this week's Shootin' the Heck. We're after our famous Friday news show. We don't talk about marketing anymore. We just...
Shoot the heck.
And we are having a candy draft today. Halloween-specific candy.
Yes, we did this once 3 years ago. I don't think you were part of it, Shop, and Julia.
I was.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Julia wasn't. So I wanted to be inclusive, bring everybody in, and there's also new candies out.
Right.
A
And
lot has changed.
it has. My daughter was given a prayer card at one house last year. I just said this.
Did you use this? Or did you throw it out?
It's probably somewhere.
Okay.
I think I should get to go first because I was given no time to prepare.
rare card isn't going to be a 1-1.
Obviously, it's Reese's Cups.
Okay, so you're first.
Yeah. I didn't get to prepare, and you guys did. You just told me this
fine.
before.
Cool. All right, I'm going to take Milky Way Reg.
Crazy.
Versus Midnight.
Crazy?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Both of those. I hate them both.
That's why.
I'm going to go Kit Kat.
Kit Kat, that's such a plain candy.
That's a
Best
terrible candy.
It's the best one. But they have to be like the thicker ones, you know?
And now they make them with like,
Yeah, I don't
like
want the weird one.
the
I want
white
the regular
ones,
chocolate
and
one.
you can get like, oh, it's espresso.
Yeah, they make like orange ones. No,
thanks.
but
Wow, terrible pick. All right, tables.
thank you.
So is Reese's Pieces still on the board?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll take that. It's a snake drift?
Yes.
Keep track of your
Okay.
list.
I will go with Twix.
Oh.
Okay, see, that would have been better than Kit Kat.
That one hurt.
All right, I'm going to go Almond Joy.
Oh my gosh. I feel like she's
Julia?
throwing the draft.
What?
Don't you think she's just trying to throw
don't
it
like
at this
that?
point?
No.
Those are my top
Like,
two
I'd rather
candies.
not have any candy.
Those are my top two.
I didn't have any nut-based product in my first one, so I'm gonna go peanut M&Ms.
Was that by strategy that you didn't have any nut-based products? Were you trying to be like...
No, I just wanted Milky Way because it's
Okay.
definitely not as good as Reese's peanut butter cups, but I mean it's better than a Kit Kat. You'd agree with me there.
Yeah.
I don't want to get stuck with a Kit Kat.
I thought you meant your whole first draft. You had, like, it was like...
Oh, I
you were
always
off
yeah, I
nuts
was
that
ready.
year.
No,
I am going to go with Starbursts.
it's good, solid.
I would pick just pink, but I don't have to, so I'll pick all of them. And then I'm gonna say I'm gonna get hate for this. Just a plain Hershey bar, but like the solid size, not a mini, not a king
You
size.
can't just go change the size on Halloween.
There's
candy.
nothing like having one of those in your fridge and eating like a couple squares at a time over the course of 2 days.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to go with a new candy that was not around last time we did this. I'm going to go with a Feastable peanut butter.
Oh,
What is
okay.
that?
Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast candy. But like all the kids want it. If you give
Yeah,
out
that's a good
Feastables,
one.
you are going to be like
Yeah.
the talk of the town.
Are they big?
They make mini
They're all
ones now.
sizes, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Sour Patch Kids.
Oh, good one. That was what I was hoping to make it back to me. But I had to get something peanut butter.
I also don't like Sour Patch Kids.
I might also get some hate for this, but I'm going to go Nestle Crunch.
I literally was going to
Love
say
Nestle
that
Crunch.
next.
Those are pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, they're super underrated. And then second, I'm going to go with Snickers.
That was the other one I
That-
was going to say next.
That was a
Wow.
good one. I almost took that one too, but
Mhm.
they're just not as good as Milky Way.
We're just doing 4, right?
What do you think? 4 or 5?
4.
I can do 20. I don't even eat candy.
It's your game. Keep going if you want to do 5.
All right, we'll do 5.
Next one, I'm going to go Airheads.
What flavor is white?
It's a mystery.
What do you think it is? I never know. It just tastes like a white air.
Literally, probably plain. Yeah. There's literally no flavor.
Okay, I'm going to go with a new candy introduced since the last time we did this. I'm going to go with Gummy Nerds. I don't know if you've ever had a Gummy Nerd. I wanted Sour Patch Kids. They're not there. Gummy Nerds are phenomenal. I'll buy some. I'll bring them in. You can try it live on the show next week.
Yeah, it starts chewing those.
Are they similar to the Nerds Rope?
No, Nerds Rope is gross. Nerds
Like
are gross.
these?
Gummy Nerds are the best.
Like the gummy clusters?
Yes.
Okay.
You
They're good. They're good. I've had them.
You have?
Yeah.
It seems like you're hating on this pick. It's a great pick.
I just didn't know that they were that new.
Yeah, that's like a year old.
My next selection will be Swedish Fish. And I can't believe it made it this far.
Those
The
are good.
little packages.
And then I'll make them with like different flavors of them too.
Yeah. And then I'm going to take Milky Way Midnights.
No, you don't. Do not take that from me. That was going to be my last pick.
Sorry.
All right, fine. I will go with my second peanut butter product. I got to go peanut butter M&Ms. I'm sorry, tables. They're better than Reese's Pieces, which was your 1-1. Peanut butter M&Ms are better than Reese's Pieces.
I agree.
That's a hot take.
Nobody's ever said otherwise because there's a chocolate layer to it.
Two kinds of people.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
I don't think. What do you pick?
I don't like either of them. So,
Do you like Reese's Cups?
no, I don't like any peanut butter candy,
What?
which is going to make my next one a weird one. But I think that the people will like this next one. So,
I think she's going to say Bitto Honey.
no, my next one is a Reese's Fast Break.
Those are not
Ever.
good.
I don't think I've
Listen.
ever actually had one.
I also have not, but I've heard that they're really good. So,
Whatchamacallit's on the board? You got a lot of stuff.
Wait, you took it for strategy and you don't even like it?
I got a lot of hate for my first 2 picks, okay?
From who?
Rounding it out, I'm going to go Butterfinger.
No.
What do you mean?
Okay, Chef, go through your picks.
My winning list is Reese's Cup, Starburst, plain old Hershey bar, Milky Way Midnights, and Swedish Fish, or as I call them, Sweets.
Okay, I have Milky Way, Feastable Peanut Butter, Peanut M&Ms, Peanut Butter M&Ms, really cornered the market on M&Ms there, and Gummy Nerds.
Okay. I had Kit Kat, Almond Joy, Sour Patch Kids, Airheads, and a Reese's Fast Break.
Tapes.
So I have Reese's Pieces, Twix, Snickers, Crunch, and Butterfinger.
All right, so tell us who won, Shep or I?
And we'll see you
Wow.
next week.
What time it is? It's officially marketing o'clock. Settle in, sit back, keep it locked.